future public speaking students. My name is Brandon Newman. I'm going to tell you all how to get an A in this class. A little up front, to be forward with you guys, I did not get an A, and it's because I didn't do the things that are in this speech. So I'm going to give you a list of do's and a list of don'ts. So know the list of do's are the things I didn't accomplish that I should have. List of don'ts are the things that I did that I shouldn't have. And that's how I did not get an A. So now you're going to know how to get an A. 3 keys to the success in this class. 1, be prepared. As in anything in life, if you want to be successful at it, you got to know what you're going into. 2, show up to class. It's probably the easiest step. You get an attendance grade, and there's hardly a time you're going to miss something that's going on if you're in class paying attention. And 3rd, executing speeches. This whole class is about how to give a speech. This class itself is going to teach you the ins and outs of how to give a good speech. So just listen, fake it till you make it when you stand up there, and you'll have a great speech in no time. So, preparation, 3 do's. Read the syllabus. There's so many times I'd walk into class not knowing what's going on. That can be solved just by reading the syllabus. Secondly, read the chapter. Okay? That seems like a mundane step in a lower level class about something that some people can consider basic knowledge that you don't need to do. But understand that she's going to give you a quiz over each and every chapter. The quizzes are not hard if you just read the chapter. It takes anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how fast of a reader you are, to actually go through and read the chapter, and you'll know everything you need to know for those quizzes. 3rd, any assignment, anything you need to bring as a preparation for your speech, having in like an outline, you need to have that ready when you walk into class. You need to have your speech on USB ready to go, and have that 5 minutes beforehand when you walk into class to put it on the desktop, so there's no problems when you stand up there and give your speech. Have everything that you need to ready to go when you walk into class. Preparation don'ts, the things that I did that made me not prepared. Half the time when I showed up to class, I didn't have the basic materials. Alright? I didn't have a pen and paper, and I thought I could just sit there in class, listen to what she said, and remember it all. And eventually there was a minute detail, something in a speech that ended up being worth points that I missed because I didn't have the basic materials to write it down. Okay? Don't be that person that thinks you already know it. Like I said, read the chapter, pay attention. There's going to be something in there that's like, oh, that's a good idea. I didn't learn that. So for me, I always thought I knew how to put together pretty good PowerPoints, make them look clean. But one of the steps she told me was, don't ever make more than 3 bullet points on a page, because someone in the back of the room might not be able to see them as the font gets smaller and smaller. So make sure you're listening. You'll always learn something. Okay? And then don't think you can finish the homework in class. So anything, whether it's the outline, whether it's having a takeaway for your final speech, anything you think you need to have when you walk in class, don't wake up late and be like, oh, well, I can finish it in class, okay? Be sure you're ready to go, have everything prepared again. Alright, so when you're in class, these are the things you need to do. 1, be on time. Ms. Peterlin will tell you, Dr. Peterlin will tell you, one of her biggest pet peeves is people not being on time. Okay, and even more of a pet peeve are 2 things. If you're the 3rd person not on time, you'll probably get a talking to, whether it's only your first time being late or not. If you're the 3rd person walking late, she'll say something about it. Or if you walk in late while someone else is giving a speech, that's another pet peeve of hers. You're going to get on her bad side, which she really doesn't have a bad side, but at the same time, you don't want to be there. Alright. Secondly, pay attention. It's an hour-long class. Like I said, you'll always learn something if you pay attention. So just go ahead and you'll get all the details down, and you'll know what's expected of you. Lastly, take notes. It's a lot easier to remember something if you write it down, whether it's even just, on this date we're doing this, it was a change of the syllabus. Or maybe it's that one thing that you learned in class that day. Okay? Taking those notes on those things is going to make you a better speech giver and have you better prepared for how to go about this class. Going to class don'ts. Don't show up late. We talked about that. I have a bad habit of skipping class because I think I can get whatever information I need to by either going back and looking at the chapter or asking my friends. And then if you don't even have the initiative to show up to class, how are you going to have the initiative to go do that stuff out of class? Lastly, don't be on your phone. That'll make her real mad too. And it's just disrespectful, so don't be on your phone. Lastly, some steps to giving a good speech. How to execute the speech well. Dress appropriately. She's going to give you a dress code for each and every speech, okay? Follow it to a T. guys, she's going to give you an exact layout of what to wear. It's going to be, this one you need a button-up shirt, this one you need a polo, this one you can't wear jeans, this one no tennis shoes, and then the final speech is going to be, tie, dress shirt, khakis, dress shoes, something nice, okay? She's going to tell you, don't be the person who just ignores what she says, okay? Show up, look nice, you'll get compliments throughout the day when you're looking nice anyway. Bring something extra. So whatever you're giving a speech over, find a way to be that person that your speech stands out amongst the rest of the class. Like if you're giving a speech on how to make chocolate chip pancakes, go ahead and bring chocolate chip pancakes to the class. Everyone will love you. If you're giving a speech about corgis, an informational speech, go ahead and bring your corgi. Okay? Anything that's going to make your speech stand out above anybody else's, it'll make your grade better. Yeah. And finally, practice makes perfect. Okay? A lot of people get nervous when you're standing up there. Half the time it's because you're not practiced. If you practice the ideas and you understand the concepts of what you're talking about, it'll give you that much more confidence walking in. And just understand that anything that you find to be a small thing that would stand out and make you look dumb, people aren't really going to notice it. So just fake it till you make it, you'll be great. Lastly, your speech execution don'ts, okay? Don't follow the dress code. Every class, there's one person that looks like this guy sitting next to everyone who looks nice, ready to go for the test. Don't be this guy. Don't be the person that does the bare minimum. Okay, don't just try and meet the very minimum requirements of the speech, because there'll always be something you forget, and you'll get docked points, and your speech that should have been a B or an A ends up being a C or a D, just because you tried to do the minimum of what it said, and you forgot something. And then lastly, don't try to wing it. Like I said, practice makes perfect. You can tell when someone hasn't practiced it. They walk up, they stutter over their words, and it just doesn't look good at all. So if you want to give a good speech, don't wing it, practice it. Finally, getting an A in this class is really not that hard. Okay? I gave you all the do's and don'ts. It's about putting in a little bit of effort and a little bit of time outside of class to be prepared, and then paying attention to executing. Okay? But like I said before, it's also not that hard to screw up. That's why I'm giving you guys this speech. Okay? So take the class seriously, pay attention, everything's going to be great. Alright? Thank you guys for listening to my speech.